you're backed against the wall. You don't have a choice.
No choice but for utilities from Carolina Water Service. That's the situation for hundreds of people living in the Brandywine Bay community outside the city of Morehead City. And dozens have reached out to the News 12 Investigates team about constantly dirty and troubling water quality mixed with excessively high bills. News 12 Investigates Tyler Harden now with why they say they fear the water.
I've poured over these water bills, which have little to no explanation for the total charges. Get this, one went from $70 to $350 just over 5 months. Residents tell me that their systems check out, but they're still left to pay up.
That's one thing we all have in common around here is that water bill.
It's why so many Brandywine Bay residents packed this community room.
How many of you buy water?
All with concerns about Carolina Water Service, the private water and wastewater utility provider. It has supplied this to neighborhoods across North Carolina for more than 50 years, including this Carteret County community.
You don't have a choice. This is the only water source. You're stuck with it.
Louise Smith has lived in Brandywine Bay for more than 2 decades.
I constantly have yellow stains. I'm constantly, maybe every couple of days, trying to scrub them out.
She showed me what comes out of her tap compared to what she buys in the store.
None of us drink the water here, and that is across the board. None of us drink the water.
Not only has this water quality changed her life, what comes in the mail has too.
I fear every month, what is the bill going to be? Is it going to be another hurdle? They keep going up and up and up. The $900 was the one that put me over the edge.
Louise pointed this out. Carolina Water Service billed her for nearly 26,580 gallons of water over 2 months. Her and her husband, Joe, are the only ones who live here.
We're, in the senior years, and Joe's sick. We're dealing with all the medical things, and now we get almost a $900 bill. It was shocking.
We compared their use to a year before. It made out to only 6,300 gallons.
I actually called the emergency service, and I said, we have a major leak. You have to come right away. And they did.
A plumber did not find a leak. Her water meter was tested and passed. The dial not moving, but Louise still stuck with an $873 bill. After repeated requests to the company, she says they would not adjust her bill and threatened to send it to collections. It was a similar situation across the neighborhood.
Yep, that's about $10 right there.
Jordan Wilkinson thought he had a leak too after opening his first bill.
We got it and we were just jaw dropped. Like, you gotta be kidding me. It's over $200. Yeah, we were used to like a $40 water bill.
That was before his family of 5 moved into the neighborhood 3 years ago. According to the UNC Environmental Finance Center, the median monthly water and sewer bill for Morehead City is just $97.
And ours is more than double that. So that's saying, we have like one of the highest water bills.
A high bill, he says, has forced him to cut back on other necessities like groceries. All that on top of dealing with the water quality.
The smell, the odor is very bad. So it stinks up the shower. I've gone through 2 shower heads. You can't drink it. There's no way you can drink it. You put it in a cup, it's yellow.
I shared these specific complaints with Carolina Water Service's parent company, Corix, which is owned by British Columbia Investment Corporation. Corix operates 741 water and 600 wastewater systems in small to medium-sized communities in the United States and Canada. A representative responded in a statement, quote, "We take the trust placed in us by our customers seriously and are proud to deliver quality water to our friends and neighbors. We regularly test drinking water to make sure our water remains in adherence with Safe Drinking Water Act standards." That means monitoring for more than 150 contaminants in the water. The latest state water quality test results reveal the company met those standards in 2022. However, there were monitoring violations for E. coli and chlorine, which have since been fixed. In 2019, 2020, and 2021, testing found levels of trihalomethanes and haloacetic acids above drinking water standards. These notices to residents warn drinking the water for many years may increase the risk of getting cancer. The water for Brandywine Bay comes from the Castle Haynes Aquifer, which has naturally occurring minerals like limestone. The representative tells me, quote, "Our team has installed 13 automatic flushers throughout the water distribution system to help move water through the system and regularly flush water mains for quality water service.
Treat others the way you want to be treated. I mean, as simple as that.
And that's the role of the North Carolina Utilities Commission. How this government agency regulates companies like Carolina Water Service, coming up. This regulatory body in our state government, the Utilities Commission, controls the rates and services of private water companies like Carolina Water Service. As I found out, company leaders went before the commission last year to make a special request residents are now paying for.
I will call for hearing now docket number W354 sub 400.
In 2022, the North Carolina Utilities Commission approved a portion of the Carolina Water Service's request to increase rates over 3 years. Representatives revealed it was to offset $110 million to improve aging water and wastewater systems serving customers.
Our focus is trying to keep people's rates as low as possible while maintaining adequate service.
The North Carolina public staff are advocates for consumers during these hearings.
Your method focuses on earnings.
Yes.
Chief Counsel for the Public Staff, Lucy Edmondson, says there's a legal team, engineers, economists, and accountants. She says Carolina Water Service has a monopoly over Brandywine Bay.
The private ones are generally higher. You don't have the economies of scale. They have to pay taxes, whereas the municipals aren't subject to the same income taxes.
Since 2020, the public staff has received 6 informal complaints about Carolina Water Service in Carteret County. 4 from Brandywine Bay residents concerned about water quality, high rates, and a misread meter. All cases are now closed. Has Carolina Water Service been responsive to consumer complaints?
Yes, to my knowledge, I don't know of any that they have not been. One item that the commission looks at is the quality of service, and that certainly would be bad service if they weren't responsive.
After reviewing dozens of monthly bills, Brandywine Bay customers pay a varying base charge, then as much as $13.02 for 1,000 gallons of water, on top of $14.94 for 1,000 gallons of wastewater service.
They cannot have discriminatory rates, and they cannot change rates without approval of the commission.
We're kind of stuck because, I mean, if we don't pay it, they're going to turn off the water. You have to have water. So, and they know that.
A necessity, pushing people here to consider a move.
When you add it all up, it's like, we could live somewhere else and be a lot happier. And, that water bill isn't haunting us every month.
Carolina Water Service did not provide a representative for an on-camera interview. You can read the company's entire statement in this news story on our website, WCTI12.com. If you find yourself with poor water quality or an excessively high bill, Lucy says to contact the utility provider first. If you're not satisfied with the response, reach out to the public staff. If the issue is not resolved there, you can file a formal complaint with the Utilities Commission, which she says are rare. And now, if you would like to reach out to the News 12 I-Team and to see our previous in-depth stories, just visit our website, WCTI12.com, and click on the News 12 Investigates tab. If you have something you want our team to look into, call, text, or email us, as we hold the powerful accountable.